The farmer's market has become such a comfort activity for me to do. If I know I'll go to the farmer's market tomorrow, I go to bed and I'm really looking forward to it. I can't really describe it, but I love walking around the farmer's market and looking at all the regional veggies and fruits. And then also going home and cooking a nice meal with whatever I bought at the market. I've been craving pumpkin soup for quite a while now. This is my first pumpkin soup of the season. I did cook with pumpkin the other day, but I haven't done pumpkin soup, and I usually make a big bowl of pumpkin soup and then I freeze everything that I don't eat so I can reheat it on days where I don't feel like cooking. And I love fall. I don't know, I used to not like fall because it means end of summer, and summer's my favorite season, so I prefer summer. There's just something about fall that I've been starting to appreciate ever since I became an adult. Also, I didn't like pumpkins for some reason. I don't even know why, because they're so good. But when I was a kid, when my mom made pumpkin soup, I was always annoyed because I didn't like pumpkin. But I just really started to love pumpkin, especially pumpkin soup. But then there's also pumpkin gnocchi that I tend to make sometimes, and they're so good. They're like my comfort meal on a really cold day. At the moment, I'm just trying to be present as much as I can. I feel like I've talked about that a lot. I feel like I've talked about that a lot in the past videos. Hold on. Right now, I'm just trying to be as present as possible, and I feel like I've been talking about that non-stop in the past videos, but it's just something that I think it's a skill that I'm trying to learn. Just finding small moments in the daily life to hold it, to breathe deeply, to take in the moment, to look around, to just notice small things. And especially as the weather is so good right now, I'm just trying to find, in between work, find a little time to go to the park and just sit in the sun, or just finding time to cook a cozy meal, and just as seasons are transitioning. I used to not like that because fall meant summer's over. But I feel like this year, maybe it's because I missed last fall, because last fall I was in India, so I didn't really have fall because it was really warm there. So I feel like this year I'm just a lot more I appreciate fall a lot more than I used to, because everything's so colorful. Maybe it's also because it's not too cold yet and the weather is quite good. That could also be, and I feel like once it's gonna get rainy and cold and grey in November, I think then I might change my opinion about fall. But right now I'm just really enjoying this season. Another day of me sitting somewhere in the park, even though today it's not that sunny, and I feel like it's gonna rain soon, but I wanted to, at least get a little bit of good weather in, or a little bit of fresh air. Anyways, something I've been thinking about is how guilty I feel for living the life that I do. I have a lot of time because a while ago I chose to work less and have less money, but have more time. And it was a decision that I made, and also, of course, it's a lot of privilege to say, I live in a country where I can just say I want to work less and still be able to financially support myself, but at the same time I don't have that much money. And I think for me it's good, because that way I don't have, like, I have money to live, but at the same time I don't really have money to spend on unnecessary things that I don't really need, and like materialistic things. So in a way I think it's really good for me, and I've been enjoying it, but sometimes I feel a little guilty for having so much time. Like, for example, when I see my flatmates like wake up early every day and go to work and then spend all their day at work, or when I'm on the subway and I look around and everyone seems so hectic, and I'm just calm because I'm not in a rush to get anywhere. I don't know, sometimes I wonder why society, or like Western society, like looks down on people like that don't have the goals of wanting to get a better job, and like even like constantly striving for better jobs and like making more money and get a better position. And that's, if you have that, and then you can buy a great car and have a great apartment, and that's when people think you're successful, and that's what Western society kind of celebrates. But then also I don't really know anyone from like personal life, or also people that I like follow online and they talk about it, like they always said like when they were in the position of working, having all those things that society celebrates, they were the most unhappy. And I wonder why that is. And I know it's like Western society, and like there's so many countries where it's different, but I really wonder why people are celebrated for not being happy and not following their passions, or not following their heart. And of course, like I said, it's a really big privilege to be able to do that. And at the same time, I'm wondering why, I don't know, like hustle culture, like why is it a thing, and why is it so toxic, and I don't know. And then sometimes I catch myself while I'm living to like what fits me best, sometimes I feel guilty for doing that, because I feel like, oh, I should work more, I should make more money, and then I think, no, I shouldn't. Like, I don't think I would ever look back and regret choosing money over time. I don't think I would ever do that. Or maybe I will in 10 years, but honestly I don't think so. I don't think I would ever say, oh shit, I regret in my 20s working less. And I did work a lot for some time, but I don't know, in this year, in this season of my life, I just really feel like having more time for myself and for life. I don't know, I feel like, again, I'm talking nonsense, but because this morning I woke up and I felt guilty for like sleeping in and starting my morning really slow, while my flatmates were already at work. I don't know. So, ooh, the sun's coming out. So that's something I've been thinking about today. Also, I have to work soon today, actually, but I'm actually looking forward to it. I like my work, not every day, but sometimes. So that's that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really understand it, but then at the same time, it's so toxic that even though I know that I'm living a life that aligns with my values, even I sometimes think, oh, I should lean more into Western society's picture of success. But I also know that I would never do that, but I don't know. It's just something I've been thinking about today.